Hey guys, we're glad you're back here with us at Market Mamas. So this next discussion is one we just totally had to do an episode for. Today we're going to cover what the heck is even the stock market and day trading. Unless you are a trader or have been exposed to this world in another way from, personal source, it's probably foreign to you. Neither Becky or I are financial or economic experts, but we have gained a great deal of knowledge and understanding in our 3 years of trading and would love to share it with you all. Also, please, if you can, stop for a moment and go to comments. Let us know. Are you a trader too? If not, when the video's over, feel free to ask us more questions that you might have, and we'll try our best to answer.
Yes, we are totally here to be here for you guys. And like many of our loved ones, actually, our loved ones and our friends, they're not as familiar with this world as we have become. And it's just maybe they just know like an employer retirement or a stock purchase program type of exposure. And that's pretty normal for a lot of people. That's what they know. But Kendra and I, we really dove into this world kind of head first in 2021. And oh my gosh, have we learned so much. So, after a few really great questions from family and friends, we figured why not? We should do an episode covering the basics. So, for a long time, all I knew of the stock market was that it was a financial means to compound retirement income with generally a better rate than a savings account. That's that's it. So, I was not formally educated in the world of finance or business, and hence I was sure that it was like beyond my scope to understand, much less attempt to dabble in personally. But a time did come for me where I was ready to learn more. So let's get started. We're just going to do a brief overview of the stock market, which is also referred to as the stock exchange.
Yes. So essentially, the stock market is a federally regulated marketplace with physical locations, but is mostly now significantly electronically managed, at which businesses and individuals can buy or sell shares of public companies. There is considerably variety in our modern age with the amount and types of equities, securities, energies, mutual funds, and currency that can be traded. Shares of a company that one can buy or sell are a tiny piece of the company itself, such as the share of the company Microsoft, which has the stock ticker MSFT. In addition to gaining money, if the stock gains value over time, during the time that you own your shares, some stocks will often pay shareholders also a dividend at regular intervals. A dividend is a small percentage of the corporate earnings and will vary in amount and payout schedule from company to company.
Right. So the act of trading in the stock market then requires multiple things. Requires a use of a broker to process your transaction. Fees will vary depending on the trading platform and broker you use, method of trading, frequency of buying and selling, and the security that you're trading. These fees are pretty minor, but they can add up quick if you're not watching. So we definitely do recommend that you do your due diligence if you want to start trading and you really research the different platform options that are available if you don't have one yet, because there are so many now and they're not all of them are created equal. So it's worth time, like kind of investigating how you want to trade and what that might look like. We also are here, you guys. So reach out if you have any questions about getting started, because we'd be happy to share our experience with the varied platforms that we've learned in. Predominantly, Kendra and I, we have personal experience with Thinkorswim, which is a program from within the TD Ameritrade parent company, Sierra Charts, TradingView, and then also the broker AMP. So if any of those are something you're looking into and have questions, like hit us up. We're totally here.
For sure. We'll be happy to share our experience as always. In addition to YouTube, you guys can easily, contact us through our email link on our webpage, www.market-mamas.com, and all that info is in the description below. And what about this question? How do you trade? Well, there are a few key methods to approach it. An investor will buy stocks and equities and hold them for weeks to years as a means to slowly build wealth based on historical steady growth of the stock market. Think Warren Buffett. A swing trader will buy equities to hold for days to weeks to capitalize on a larger move of said equity, but not with the intent to hold for long term. The idea here is to develop a skill with market analysis and ride a strong move up for a few days or weeks. And then ideally exit your position to avoid the inevitable retracement. A day trader will open and then close their trade intraday in either a long position, which means to buy with the intent to sell at a higher price, or a short position, which means to sell to buy back at a lower price. In seconds or hours, you can be in your position as an intraday day trader. You will never hold your position overnight. The term market makers refers to big money, large financial institutions that really have the capital and the ability to invest enough money to really move the market in a substantial way. Here at Market Mamas, Becky and I are day traders.
Yes, day trading is definitely my jam for now. So to say that we market mamas have learned a lot about the stock market since we joined the world of trading is a gross understatement. This world is massive and ever evolving. There's so much to learn and take in. So as such, we know that we will never stop learning too. Like it's just this ongoing for sure. This general overview that we're getting into today is just the tip of the proverbial iceberg, and we may have actually created more questions if you are really a true beginner. But please, let's keep going. We're going to dive deeper, and we'll keep this kind of thing coming too. These market mamas, we have fallen completely into this world, and so we are here to help. While we keep learning, we're going to help shed light on all of it for everyone. So glad you're here.
Totally. It can be a lot to learn, especially if you're starting from scratch like we did. Mm-hmm. So take your time. So beyond what is the market, what is day trading, which is what we specialize in. Like many people prior to January 2021, this market mama had no idea about the society of highly profitable day traders. As we just mentioned, the term day trading essentially indicates that you are an intraday trader, which means you will open and close your market positions, buying or selling within and before the end of the day. A day trader may execute a trade that lasts seconds, minutes, or sometimes hours. So it's referring to the time frame of which one participates in the market. Trading futures contract like S&P 500, or as we call ES, is very popular due to its liquidity, volatility, and volume. NASDAQ 100, also known as NQ, or NASCRAC by some of us, is also heavily traded as well. Also, the Dow Jones Industrial Average is called the YM. So, those are some of the main indices that most people will hear about, just from listening to the news. It's very common to also trade intraday with other instruments like commodities, think oil and gold, stock shares, Tesla, Microsoft, option contracts, SPY, QQQ, or cryptocurrency. Everyone's heard of Bitcoin, right? As well.
So then the next question becomes how? Thanks to modern day technology, along with lower commissions and fees over time, the act of day trading is actually more accessible than it has ever been throughout history. It used to be phone calls and faxed sheets and on the floor trading, and that's not so much the energy anymore. An internet connection, trading platform and brokerage, or some that do both, such as Thinkorswim or NinjaTrader, are both a platform and a broker, a computer, laptop, or even a phone, and voila, you can place orders on the open stock exchange. It's like literally that's like the bare minimum, and you can do it. Sounds simple, right? Totally. It's totally simple. No, it's not. It's really not. But those aforementioned items. So that's the bones of how you start day trading. Like those are required to execute a trade, but that's not all of it.
Those are the bare bones for sure. Let's get a little deeper. So the real meat of how to day trade will involve an extensive amount of time, tuition, yes, you will pay to play, and education. You will find no lack of books, courses, video tutorials, and other content that will guarantee to give you an edge on trading the market. Choosing an honest company offering real education and not just selling fluff is a big factor. There are many self-proclaimed experts out there readily available to bait you in with their foolproof trading system. So heads up from Market Mamas. You will want to be super cautious when seeking out your trading education. It's not uncommon for aspiring traders to invest in multiple educational courses with varying success rates before finding a style of trading that gives them a real advantage. And even after acquiring all of this, there's still a missing piece that most beginner traders will give up before they discover.
Yep. That's the cold hard truth. I mean, most of us have invested thousands in education before we even really understood what the heck we were doing and found our niche. So it's a big thing. So then why? Like, why do we beat our heads against this wall for so long? It's risky, right? So isn't it too risky to be like a viable plan? Okay, so there is indeed most certainly inherent risk with trading. Also, limitless reward, you guys. So for us market mamas, the ability to master this skill that we could do from anywhere and at any time is invaluable. Trading statistics are hair raising. However, also the majority of day traders really quit after only a month and their first really big loss. A lot of beginning traders give up before gaining understanding of the levels of psychological breakthrough that are actually required to endure the evolution of developing sustainability in this role. The path to becoming a profitable day trader is anything but linear. There's peaks and valleys that will unhinge even the toughest of individuals. We've come to accept there really are no shortcuts or perfectly planned paths to avoid the disappointing setbacks and bruised egos that are just inevitable along the way. So, the real question for why even try is really unique to one's own pursuit. Will the immeasurable opportunity to take full control of your financial future and change the status quo be enough to keep pushing? It was for us. And we aim to show you how you too can keep entering this arena with us. It's not easy, but you guys, like, there's real serious potential here. So it's if you can get hooked like us, like, let's do it together.
Yes, there absolutely is risk with learning to become a day trader, but there's beauty in the journey as well. You have to have a strong constitution, conviction, and every day choose faith over fear to stay in this pursuit. And you have to keep learning for months to years, before a sustainable system will really click and become repeatable for you. I just watched an interview yesterday with a very successful lady day trader, and she's been at it for 9 years in the game. And the truth is most people can't commit and accept, the necessity to play the long game. But if you can, like we have, then it is absolutely possible. As was hinted in all of our interviews, and plainly stated by our day trading boss, Jermaine, the deep psychological work is what's truly required to become a successful trader. Learning who you are at every level and applying strategy with your personal approach to this pursuit is the core difference between those who make it and those who tap out when it becomes too painful, too extreme, and before the light at the end of the tunnel finally comes into focus. That's the great differentiator.
We can learn all about Miss Market and all of her options and moves for a really long time, but you really just have to trade. You have to try it in simulation and then micros. You have to try it and see if it speaks to your soul. Day trading to a success point and true financial freedom, it's not a hobby. It just isn't. It's a life choice. It's a lifestyle. It's all encompassing. You have to become a successful trader as a human in order to actually really do it. We've learned that the hard way. Like you really have to fully get into it. Learning what you physically need to do to execute a trade and the price action strategy. It's the start of a whole bright and powerful world, you guys. One that Kendra and I are head over heels for. And even on the days where we are taken down and humbled, we're still in it. After all, our survival rate on the hard days to this point so far is 100%. And believe me, we reference that quote all the time. Like, this day was really hard, but you know what? I survived a lot of hard days so far, so it's going to be okay. These are pretty good odds, right? 100% survival rate. So, thank you for learning with us today. it was high. It was just kind of an overview. So if we've actually created more questions for you with this introduction to the market, I get it. It's huge. So let us know. We'd love to hear what topics you guys would like us to cover next, what you're curious about, what's still kind of gray. And we will be here. Like, we'd love just talking to you guys and talking about this whole world that we love and are fully immersed in. So do it with us. Please like and subscribe, drop us a comment, give us some information about where you're coming from and what your journey looks like. And then also you can interact with us on multiple different platforms too. We always put in the description below our videos all of the different socials that we're on and how to contact us, which is through our webpage, www.market-mamas.com. You can email us your questions if you don't want to comment them here, no problem. We like hanging out. So thanks for being with us, and have a great day. Have a great trading day or whatever you do in life. Thank you.
Take care. Bye.